The second question, the public security, China counted. Oh, the second question is from Lianhua Huijian from Hong Kong. What, do you know her? Lianhua Huijian from Hong Kong asked, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva vowed that he would not become a Buddha unless hells are empty. Why? What did he mean? Because attaining Buddhahood would be very powerful. Why didn't want to become a Buddha? So I'm very dumb. I am not able to memorize the mantras inside the sadhana or practice procedure. For example, the offering mantra, deliverance mantra, Ushnisha Vijaya mantra. I just cannot memorize even after practicing for a long time. Can I just chant through Vajra Sutra and 100-syllable mantra to instead? That's strange. She can memorize Vajra Sutra and 100-syllable mantra, but not the offering mantra, deliverance mantra, and Ushnisha Vijaya mantra. That's interesting. 100-syllable mantra is not easy. But offering mantra, deliverance mantra, and Ushnisha Vijaya mantra is very easy. The offering mantra. That's what I chant. Deliverance mantra. That's it. Ushnisha Vijaya mantra. What I learned is very short, very simple. It's a secret mantra. That's it. So that you don't, I have to chant it fast so that you don't remember. Om Ahum. That's the secret mantra that I'm chanting. Strange. You can chant through Vajra Sutra and 100-syllable mantra, but you cannot chant offering mantra, deliverance mantra, and Ushnisha Vijaya mantra. Then I don't know. What happens with your brain? I cannot see your brain. You should be able to. And you ask the first question, so attaining Buddhahood would give more power, right? Why didn't he want, Ksitigarbha want not to become a Buddha? Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva was willing to and vowed to stay in hell. That's why he has the greatest vow. That's why he's the chief of the savior of the netherworld. And his pure land is three-way pure land. And Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva is Grandmaster Yida. And he already has bound infinite majestic power. So Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva is above the 10th ground of Bodhisattvahood. But this is just his vow. In Buddhism, we primarily talk about how great his vow is. But his Dhamma power and his power is the same as a Buddha. He's also referred as the Miao Jie Bodhisattva or marvelous realization bodhisattva. And the highest bodhisattva is equal realization, and the marvelous realization is higher than Tengjie or equal realization. So Siddhagarbha Bodhisattva is the same as the Buddha, but this Buddha is willing to be in the netherworld to salvage and deliver beings from the three lower realms or in the hell's realm. That's his great vow. So humans, asura, human, animals, hungry ghosts, and hells. In each of the 6 realms, there are Siddhigarbha Bodhisattvas, and we refer to them as the 6 Siddhigarbhas. So he generated the greatest vow. That's what it meant. So it's the vow. It's truly profound and tremendous. That's why he has tremendous power. So, what use is attaining a Buddhahood? Sometimes we think, we ponder. Becoming a Buddha, you just sit there, receiving offering from people, has nothing to do, very boring every day, right? It's better to be a bodhisattva. You don't have to attain Buddhahood. There are 2 kinds of nirvana. One is with nirvana without remains, and nirvana with remains. Sometimes a Buddha enters into nirvana without remains, a Buddha forever, just receiving offering, and you offer to him. Oh. But it's so boring every day. Nothing to do after eating, having fun, playing around. And Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva or Bodhisattvas will do things with no motives or nothing. Later I will talk about it in the Vajra Sutra. That's why I'm telling you, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva with the greatest vow, primarily, is at the beginning of his spiritual practice, he generated such a vow. But actually, his power is the same as the Buddha's. That's why you act without holding on anything. So this is the tremendous, this wonderful vow that Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva generated. Thank you to Liu Hua Su Wen from China and Liu Hua Huijian from Hong Kong. People with cell phones would know. It seems like a joke from China. A young man was very confused about life, went to see the Zen master for guidance. And the Zen master did not say anything, just give him what is it called? A maze. So, but wherever I go, like a labyrinth, I didn't get anything. But the Zen master said, "You're so dumb. That's a QR code for my WeChat. It looks like a maze or labyrinth." So he's even dumber than I am. My wife just gave birth and having a rest after birth. And so I give her a cup of coffee and she shyly said, I cannot drink coffee now. Thanks for your kindness or your intention. And I said, no, I didn't ask you to drink the coffee. I just want some milk. But that's true after you give birth to a baby that you would have some milk. I remember there's a joke like this. Someone went to the coffee shop in America. American joke. Someone went to the coffee shop to buy a cup of coffee. And he asked, how come there's no milk? So a lady said, it's right here, and then drop it onto the cup. Milk tea. A businessman and a collector and a thief went to God, and God decided to fulfill their wishes. And the businessman said, I want money, US dollars, British pounds. And the collector said, I want the famous paintings, Picasso's, Van Gogh's. And the thief said, just give me their addresses. That's good enough. Okay, now we will expound on the Vajra Sutra. Now we will expound on the chapter 7, nothing gained, nothing spoken. Last night when I practiced, Golden Mother told me, what you talked about last night was quite confusing. Everybody did not understand. Only a few people understand. So you have to repeat it. And I said, even if I repeat it, they still don't understand. It was too vague. So why don't you use analogies? Sakyamuni Buddha loved to use analogies in his Dharma teaching. Yesterday I said, Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. So what does it mean? Tathagata attained Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Does the Tathagata speak on the Dharma? And Subhuti replied, in my understanding of the meaning of the Buddha's teaching, there is no such Dharma called Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. That is correct. When you attain a bodhisattvahood, when you become a bodhisattva, you would not think that you are a bodhisattva. If you often think that you are a bodhisattva, then you get a hold. Then you hold something. When you attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, you will not tell everybody all the time that you have attained Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. You will not do that. If you say that you have attained Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, then you have not attained it. The one who has truly attained it will not say anything about it. A bodhisattva will never say that he or she is a bodhisattva. he or she is already a bodhisattva, but he or she will not say that he or she is a bodhisattva. We just use a he for simplicity. So what I meant, so the teachings of the Tathagata cannot be held and cannot be spoken. They are not dharma and they are not non-dharma. We know about non-dharma, but we did not know about not non-dharma. And I said that it seems like they are as if there is dharma, but as if there is no dharma. But Golden Mother said, too vague. So what is too vague? Golden Mother told me, this is logic. You need to remember. Not dharma, non-dharma, and not non-dharma. Now I will explain clearly. If we study logic, we would know the white horse is a horse, right? A horse is a white horse, right? Wrong. White horse is a horse, but a horse is not a white horse. Now do you understand? That's the logic. So Golden Mother told me, you need to explain it with logic, then they will understand. What is not non-dharma? Giving is Buddha Dharma, but Buddha Dharma is not acts of giving. Then that's correct. If Buddha Dharma is acts of giving, that's wrong. That's not non-dharma. Very similar to Buddha Dharma, but it is not Buddha Dharma. That's not Buddha Dharma. That's not non-dharma. Not non-dharma. So to explain Buddha Dharma is too broad. When I was in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, the Untitled Chapter, when I give Dharma teaching, I said, Tsuji is Buddha Dharma, but Buddha Dharma is not Tsuji, because there was someone from Tsuji foundation there, and he stood up and he said, Grandmaster, you were wrong. Tsuji is Buddha Dharma, and Buddha Dharma is Tsuji. And I told him, you go home, you go back and ask the Master Zheng Yan. She's my Dharma sister. The Master Zheng Yan is my Dharma sister. Really? I'm not lying. We are both students of Master In Shin. And she's older than I am. So I called her Dharma sister. Big Dharma sister. She called Master Ming Seng. It's like a Dharma uncle. And he lives just next door to me, just sharing the same wall. We have like a townhouse, twin, duplex. And I live in this side, and the next side was where Master In Shin lived there. And his attendant, Ming Seng, Master Ming Seng. So she referred to this Master Ming Seng as the Dharma uncle. And he's very close to me. We know each other quite closely. So remember this statement. Golden Mother told me, not non-dharma. In explaining that, say, charity is Buddha Dharma, but Buddha Dharma is not charity. Endurance is Buddha Dharma, but Buddha Dharma is not endurance. Because Buddha Dharma is too broad. Everything is Buddha Dharma. Whichever you point to is Buddha Dharma. However, if you say Buddha Dharma is endurance, that's wrong. So that's the explanation and the meaning of the not non-dharma. It is Buddha Dharma, but it is also not Buddha Dharma. So this is how I would explain it. Golden Mother taught me to explain it this way. This is logic. The white horse is a horse, but a horse is not a white horse. Why? Because they are white horse, black horse, brown horse, and all different color horse. And there's another kind of horse invented in Taiwan. It's actually a slang or play of word, which is to refer to a llama, but also sound like a curse word. You know, for the song artists that made that up. There's another entertainer in Taiwan that's called Ma Guo Bi. How come you don't get any other name except this one? And Golden Mother also told me there's one part that was also unclear. All sages are distinguished by motiveless dharma. How did you explain? Golden Mother told me Bodhisattva is a sage, right? All the beings in the whole four holy sage, all the beings in the four sagely realms, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Pratikas, Buddhas, and Arhats. Let's just take an example of a Bodhisattva. A Bodhisattva is a sage. And Bodhisattva practice motiveless dharma. You do things not for anything, not because of anything. Then that's right. So motiveless dharma means you do things not for anything. I just do it for the bodhicitta of a bodhisattva. So you generate bodhicitta and do it. That's a bodhisattva. So I generate bodhicitta and I do it. Not for anything, not for any particular motives or reasons or anything. But is there any differences? Yeah, there are many differences among bodhisattvas. The first ground of bodhisattva, which is the ground of joy, and the seventh ground of bodhisattvahood is called the far travel, and the 10th ground, the flower ornament. So from the first to the 10th, there are all different levels of bodhisattvas. So that's the differences. So the first ground, are you the second ground, or the third, or fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, or 10th ground of bodhisattvahood? So they are differentiated based on the motiveless dharma. So which ground of a bodhisattva hood are you? So Gautama told me to speak it clearly. So all sages are distinguished by motiveless dharma. So bodhisattvas have different levels. How about arhats or arahants? Arhats, there are 4 levels. Arhats is the highest. It's the arhats in samsara, arhats with one returning arhats. So one more time before becoming an arhat, and non-returning arhat, he's residing at the non-returning heaven, and the sagely arhat. That's 4 levels, 4 kinds of arhats. So there are differences. Buddhas also have differences. The primordial Buddha on the 16th ground. 5 Dhyani Buddhas on the 13th ground. 1,000-eye, 1,000-arm Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, which is the same as a Buddha, is the 11th ground. He has 11 faces, the highest one, Amitabha Buddha. And he is also referred as the 11th face Avalokitesvara. That's a Buddha of the 11th ground. Therefore, all sages are distinguished by the motiveless dharma. Now, is this clear? So my exposition and explanation on the chapter 7, nothing gained, nothing spoken. Last night, Saturday night, what I expounded on Saturday night was not clear enough. So last night she told me to repeat it, to re-explain it again. Then you will understand and comprehend it. One day, the son of a rich man spat on the highway and was called down by a policeman. And he's very impatient and said, "Do you know who my father is?" And the female police officer said, "Sorry, I cannot help that. But maybe it's clearer if you ask your mom." He thought that his dad is very rich and famous and with status, so he asked, "Do you know who my dad is?" But the police officer instead said, "Ask your mom. She would know better." A couple gave a birth to a son with a pig's face, and the wife said, "I am as beautiful as a goddess, and you're also handsome. How come our son is like this? Is that a demon or monster?" And the husband said, "Oh, this is inheritance because I am actually the precept pig that has gone through plastic surgery." So in this world, you need to see more clearly, open your eyes, and see clearly. You have to see lots of things clearly in order to understand. So, like what's a true Buddha's goal? It's just a group of spiritual cultivation. We have no ambitions toward anything at all. So see clearly what's reported on the media or newspapers are not necessarily true. The truest thing on earth is true Buddha's goal. Perhaps. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you very much to His Holiness Precious Dharma teaching. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
顶礼坛城，做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，回天心三印。四平等于其所。恭请师尊移步到展视频，接受 Zoom 线上众弟子们的感恩与道别。
真的开始，感恩感恩，阿弥陀佛。感谢师尊，爱你。感谢师尊，感恩爱你，谢谢师尊，爱你，感恩师尊，感谢师尊，感恩师尊，
师尊，祈请师尊大加持。
谢谢师尊，9年9月5号生日，
感谢
师尊，爱你，师尊，感恩师尊，尊感恩感恩，谢佛，
好想你，阿弥陀佛。加持。爱你哦，谢谢师尊。
师尊，阿弥陀佛。
加持，谢谢。
感谢师尊。我爱你，
爱你师尊。
身体健康长寿，健康。
阿弥陀佛，这是得了智慧，佛子得了。
师尊，能师尊加持。
感谢师尊，感恩，身体健康，阿弥陀佛，佛体安康，谢谢师尊，我们爱你，感恩师尊，我们很想你，我们爱你，想你，感谢师尊，
阿弥陀佛，
感谢师尊，感谢师尊。
阿弥陀佛，
谢谢，谢谢师尊，谢谢。师尊好， 谢师尊，师尊，我们爱你，师尊，长生不老，我爱你，阿弥陀佛，转法轮，法轮恩，谢谢你，谢谢你，佛体安康，永存佛。师尊强势，师尊爱谢师尊，大吉大利，
好，我们现在下个星期见了哈，我们感恩师尊，谢谢大家。
感恩师尊，感恩师尊，
我们等一下恭请师尊为大家灌顶，好，谢谢大家，下周见。
我们爱你。
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛为与会大众做金刚萨埵法灌顶，含有皈依灌顶。
变成手哆啊后背，变成手哆啊后背。 Om
即将要结束了。让我们以最热烈的掌声感谢师尊赐受金刚萨埵法灌顶。我们一起顶礼感恩师尊，谢谢师尊。